Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you're having a fabulous day here today. So, I did get requested heavily about JING YUAN. We're going to talk about him again, and this time for team building, because a lot of people were like, hey, what can I do? What can I build? How can I, prep some characters here? What team is the best, or at least what can I run for JING YUAN? Today, I want to talk about that, see if I can help you out, and formulate some teams for you, both free to play, and if you've got some 5 stars on your roster, good to go. Let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out massively, and I appreciate the support. Thank you. So to make this super easy, we're going to be using the team builder over here to go through everything and talk about JING YUAN over here, right? And again, this character, you have to understand, if you're investing into him, hey, go for it. Do not pre-invest into the team, just in case. Remember, I did get this comment, and I do want to address that. Don't, farm for him and then not pull him, because then you just wasted all that farming. That is true, and that is a good point to get across. So again, try your best to obtain him, or if you want to wait and you don't want to gamble it, just wait, let him release and then try to farm for him, just in case you don't pull him or whatever happens. Not saying that you won't, but just in case, right? Always be safe, okay? With that, also, best of luck to everybody pulling. Hope you guys all pop off. But now, with building teams, if you know how to build a team, you kind of already understand what you got to do here. I want to start with, again, more free-to-play ones and then work my way up to more 5 stars. I want to also show you what I'm planning to do with JING YUAN over here. So first, main damage dealer, and then usually when you're running a DPS like this, JING YUAN is reliant on using his skill more often than his basic attack. So you want characters on the side that won't really abuse the fact that they'll, eat up your skill point usage, right? You don't want that. So, for example, running a full, somewhat DPS team is not really the greatest idea, right? So again, if you fill out the whole roster with people that want to absorb those skill points in order to do damage, that's not the best idea. But if you're using JING YUAN, he's already doing that, so that's one. Now the rest of it's supposed to be filled with more sustain and support characters. That's the entire idea. So off of the bat here, just again, this is not a team yet. I'll show you a team in a second, but characters like these are very good for, again, JING YUAN, pairing with Bailu, pairing with Bronya, pairing with Japar. These are overall really good choices. They all are 5 stars, so 4-star options. Asta, very good pair, will really work. Tingyun will also really work, and Pella. And again, there's also Natasha, a defense character like March 7th. They all are options too. So again, more sustain, more support characters on the sub side here. You can also go for someone like like Dan Heng, which would work too, theoretically. It is an option, and it is something that people have already kind of theory crafted and talked about. So again, just realize now that there is a lot of plays you can make here, a lot of teams you can formulate, so you have a little bit of flexibility. It's not like, oh, I'm forced to run this set of characters, this, right? There are so many characters here in the game currently that you can run with this. And again, if you have no care for team building, you're just playing for fun, hey, screw it, build any team you want. I'm not gonna stop you. So first, we'll start off with a semi more free-to-play build here, right? So first, we have JING YUAN here. We need a sustained character. What are we gonna do? We could look at an option like Japar, but he's a 5-star. That's not gonna work in our books, obviously speaking, correct? We could then aim for just support characters. We can do someone like Pella, who's again gonna pretty much help out, and it's gonna be a really good combination for JING YUAN. So that's there. You can then look for an option like Tingyun. That'll work. But again, we'll keep it like, oh, you may have not pulled that. So you can aim for Natasha, which is again free. You had it. Asta, where's that? There you go. So a nice a pretty strong team here. You have a support character, you have a healer character, sub damage dealer, and your main damage dealer. So that is there. Each character at least helping out JING YUAN and getting him to at least absorb and rather put out those skill points. So that is good. All right, it is a possible and a plausible team you can run. Let's say you have a 5-star. Let's say you got a defense character that can absolutely help you. Now you can run like this. You can do Tingya. Oh, we're not Shushang, sorry. But Tingyun over here for more support. So again, there you go. You have your shielder, your sustain character, your support character. Now just go for a healer. If that's Natasha, if that's Bailu, there you go. Again, if you have Bronya, also remember she's a support. So that's a 5-star right there. Again, you don't want a full 5-star team. That's gonna be pretty hard for some people to obtain. But again, Bronya is another support character that can just work in different kind of team comps. And again, she does exist. So let's say you use Bronya, you can then throw on a healer, boom, easy, throw on Natasha, right? Free to play healer, there you go. If you got Bailu, hey, use Bailu. But if you don't have it, don't need it, right? Make use of what you got. You can then throw Pella on at the end here to also help out. Theoretically, again, Asta is also another flexible character that can work in a few teams here. So if you're always looking for a spot, you're like, oh, who can I add in this team? Who can I throw around? Asta is the character. Again, Natasha also being the healer, right? You always want a healer on your team. So theoretically, these are characters that can float around and work, okay? again, if you have Bailu, always the better option is to go for the 5-star character, the 5-star variant. And again, I do know I've been talking about Japard over here, but you may not have Japard. So let's say you need a sustained character that's not Japard. Obviously, the only ones you're left with theoretically or practically is March 7th and Trailblazer Fire. Maybe if you want to say Clara, that is there. So if you were to look at it, I would say that like the options you were stuck with and to go for is either Trailblazer Fire, and then worst case, if you don't want to use Trailblazer Fire, you go for March 7th. I think that personally they both work, and they are just a free-to-play option in comparison. But again, you don't always need a shield or a sustained character theoretically. You can go like, just again, as mentioned, Pella, Natasha as your healer, and just Asta for the support. You could do that, but again, if you want to run that, if you need to sustain, you need to stay alive, you need that defense, Japard, March 7th, or Trailblazer Fire, they all work. They all are, again, good options. Now, in my book, and what I'm going to probably do, I do have Japard, which is pretty cool, so I can run a shielder. Now, when I run a shielder, I just need a healer, okay? I definitely don't have Bailu. That's definitely not going to happen. I definitely don't have Bronya, so again, I lost on those two. But when it comes to it, the healer can just be substituted with Natasha, which is, again, a very free-to-play option and pretty good. Later in life, if you do pull another healer, keep that in mind. It's very flexible, right? It works in basically any team comp due to the fact that it's a healer, and healers are always good, right? But yes, to complete this off, my last pick would probably be Jing Yuan over here. She's pretty strong, also a very good support character. This is my sort of almost ideal team. Again, if I had like Bailu, that's great. I can trade that in there. Jing Yuan is still immaculate support, but you want like a variant also. You don't have a shielder. You can theoretically just run this, right? Bronya, Bailu, Jing Yuan, and obviously the character you're pulling for, that would be a pretty good team too, right? And again, a character that I didn't mention too much of so far, Welt does exist. So if you did pull Welt, he may be pretty good. I went to go read his kit again just to make sure. But he is a debuffer, and he is pretty freaking good at slowing down the enemies constantly. So that may be a nice little benefit for you, allowing the follow-up attacks to kick off more often. Because again, you already kind of have a little bit low speed or whatever on Lightning Lord, which again kind of affects how many times you'll attack. So let's say you pull Welt and use Welt, you have the ability to slow down the enemies, allowing Lightning Lord to continuously at least proc or get more often attempts at attacking. So with that, that could also be another option here. If you were to use that, it would work, right? Now you just have to fill up the other two slots, whether that be a sustained character or a healer character. That would also work out. But again, Welt is not a bad option, though I didn't give him too much credit in this video, and it sucks that I waited that long to check it. But I was like, isn't Welt okay for some stuff here? And very similar with the newest healers we saw, Welt made some significant jumps up, right? And as you get more Eidolons for him later in life, right? Later in 2 years, who knows how long it takes. But when you do get some Eidolons for him, you will see he's also very good. And some CN players have been testing him at high Eidolons, and holy hell, he's like nuts for them. But that's funny. Though again, all characters with higher Eidolons will be better, but I just saw that, which is like a little thing to mention. But he's also there, right? So again, Welt is a character you can mix match, but at the end of the day, you have your idea of what to do. You can also run some sort of again, maybe it won't really work. You have to think about this. Again, Don Hang will work in some sort of capacity. He will exist. Your entire play is to not absorb all of the skill points, all right? Jing Yuan needs to use it. He needs to use it in order to make Lightning Lord super strong, in order to get all his buffs properly and attack properly and do everything properly and be the damage dealer AoE character he is. He needs skill points, all right? So if you're absorbing it with someone like Zila, that would kind of suck. If you're absorbing it, again, with any other character, it won't be the most beneficial team for him. But again, if you don't care about team building, you just want to go and have fun, you can do whatever you want. Then again, that's always up to you. But you want to kind of maintain like buff support, healing support, all of that, and then again, defensive support that's there. But there are some other team comps that I may be missing. There are some different ones you can definitely run. You can maybe try Herda, see how that goes. Let's see. I don't know if I'm trying to verify here if there's any other character you can kind of team up with him. But I think that's there. And again, if you want to run like a different character that doesn't really absorb too much skill points, you can use Shu Shang or whatever temporarily. All right, you can. But I think that when you do get to the point, if you do get Bailu, that'll be pretty good. If you do have Bronya, that'll be pretty good. If you do have Japard, whatever, I keep messing that up also, but that'll be pretty good. And again, the free-to-play options, it's Pella, Natasha. You could use March 7th. You could use that. If you have Asta, you can use that as a support character. Again, out of all the characters that I listed, you can just keep swapping. Try these characters. See how they are. Asta, Pella, Natasha, March 7th. They are pretty good. They are pretty strong. Jing Yuan, as mentioned also earlier, that's there. You may be pulling this character on this banner, which would be very, very good for you. On the 5-star area, Bailu will work. Welt will work. Bronya will work. Japard will work. See how that goes for you. Trailblaze of Fire is also pretty good to at least keep you alive with more sustainability. Though again, not the best, but it does exist. So at the end of the day, those are some characters. That's some team building you can definitely go for. I already have my favorite team, so I'll see what I do there. The only real 5-star I have right now is Japard, so I'll find some way to build with Japard. My only healer currently, obviously, is Natasha. So at this point, I'll just look for a different support character, whether that be someone like Pella, whether that be someone like Asta, or again, with me, I currently have Ting Yun, so probably Ting Yun will be my run. So this will be my team that I'll go in with, but depends on what you have, depends on what you, again, are able to obtain in this banner. Again, if Ting Yun's a pull, try your best to match up the character you're pulling for with Ting Yun. It'll be pretty good, right? So fully up to you. That's some team building. Again, I'm not the best at this. I'm not like the 10 out of 10. I've just given like the greatest examples, but I think I did a great job, at least to give you some sort of idea and perspective of what to do. And maybe I at least helped you understand what team building's like. Because again, main DPS, run some supports to at least buff him and allow him to use his skill, which is the reason, that DPS is doing damage, correct? Because again, if you were to look at his main attack, it's the same thing as her attack. Ting Yun's attack is basically what Jing Yuan's attack is. And if you were to look at that, right, I'll show you right now real quick. And again, check out the leaked kit. Does this site have the leaked kit, actually? Jing Yuan deals lightning damage equal to 50, 100, 110, right? Let's stick at 50. There you go. Now, if you look at someone like Ting Yun, it's the same exact attack, correct? So you understand that, the whole purpose right there, deals lightning damage equal to 50%. There's no purpose of running the basic attack. You're in it for using the skill. Again, that's where his entire kit is based around, using his skills. So if you're wasting those skill points elsewhere, that's what's going to happen. He won't pop off. So again, just keep that in mind. That's basically team building at its core, I guess you can say. I guess I hopefully was able to help you there. And again, I'm not like a professional at this. I'm not the best at this yet. I'm trying to still understand more characters. I may have not gotten all the comps correct. I may have missed some options. There may be some characters here that are very good with him that I just may have missed. So again, just leave a comment down below. Let me know. And I will try and leave a pinned comment with some updated teams and some information if I were to forget anything, and if I recommended a wrong character, I'll update it there and at least let you know. But I think that basically with everything, you have an idea, and it's also kind of good information to know if you are building Jing Yuan and you don't have a healer just yet that's not free-to-play one, being Natasha. If you do pull him in the future, he's a healer, right? So he can be very good. And then I saw people talking about a Clara plus Luocha team-up. That could be very good too. Now again, I haven't fully deep dived that information and checked out how that would work exactly, but Clara is another option. I barely mentioned this video that people were talking about also working with Jing Yuan, but it depends fully. Again, I want to do some more information on that and learn some more about that and see how that team comp works. But again, when the actual character releases Jing Yuan and all that happens, I also want to do some testing to see how it works and test things live. And maybe we get some better teams and we learn some more. Because again, we don't have his full kit just yet. There is no kit reveal. We just have the elite information, or at least the beta information, which again, we're awaiting the newest one. So hopefully it remains the same. Hopefully we at least have an idea of what happens. But hey, I'll update you then. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for the support. Peace out, enjoy. It's been it from me. And again, hopefully this video was helpful. Leave a like. Thank you.